Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. This is S.A.R. Martinian, and we're going to go today to the MUN. Alright, so you may notice on this rocket, I'm sure you're thinking, Martinian, that's a lot of boosters. In fact, that's a lot of boosters. That's way more than you need, and I know, it's a ton of boosters. But there's a reason. Getting to the MUN and back requires a pretty significant amount of Delta V, and it's really hard to get that with the rockets that are available just kind of natively in the level of tech that I'm at. And so I've had to resort to using boosters, which is, I managed to make a rocket without many boosters that technically could get there, but it kind of required you to be a perfect player. And I'm not a huge fan of that. I would much rather you know, do better than that, honestly. It seems somewhat... Okay, here comes the hard part. So now we're into boosters and rockets. And this is where I get most of the initial Delta V. Oof, boy, oh boy. Is it difficult. Oh god. It's not very stable or controllable, but you just get so much power from this. This stage is really just the key to everything. Plus, I've dropped a lot of weight at this point, so I just get boosting. Alright, now I can turn quite a ways down. Get some intense efficiency. In fact, I think... Oh, that was a horrible sound. Okay, yeah, I need to get a little bit higher. So I'm going to burn it full for a little while longer. But then I'm actually going to have to turn off my engine and wait. Wait for just a better opportunity. Alright, we're almost there. Once I get to 70,000 meters, a little bit past, I can kill my velocity. Now this is very useful. It is. Because now I'm going to turn myself mostly parallel. I've got a lot of fuel left. I've got like a fuel tank and 3/4 left here. Just going to turn to here, hold it, shut down my engine, power it all the way up, and then wait. How I know where I'm waiting? Go for there. Now I have a maneuver. The maneuver, all it does is time. At about 2-3 seconds before that time, I'm just going to let it loose, and I'm going to burn so hard tangentially to the planet Kerbin, and I'm just going to see if I can get, without my next stage, just get this into a low Kerbin orbit. That is the ideal. If we can do that, we are working just wonderfully. 2 and go. Alright. Firing away. I could probably get rid of this maneuver node now because it's no longer very relevant. I need to get myself to a speed of about 2,200 meters per second, which, as I'm looking at the fuel levels that are left and I'm looking at my current speed, probably not going to make it. But I'm going to get very close, and that's going to allow me to use my next stage to get up to that level, and probably have some change to start pushing myself towards the MUN. Yeah, I'm not going to get there. I'm going to get really close, though. Dang. I'm totally okay with that. Push myself up a little bit more. I'm trying to pull myself off perfectly equatorial for a second. I'm already behind it. Oh, well. It's a thing. It's going to happen. On the bright side, I'm almost there. That's really close. And next rocket. Okay, just gotta... Gosh, this one's so tiny. I hate using it because it's not as efficient as the nuclear. But it's not really powerful enough to warrant... It's a weird, awkward middle stage. It's really great for landers, but really not so great for pretty much everything else. For landers, it's just got the good mix of power and efficiency so that you can get something that's relatively lightweight down to a planet, which, I mean, we've got another one right there. But it doesn't quite cut it for actual important use in magical, mystical things. So the good news about this is that the margins on my flight are pretty big. I've got a decent amount of room for error. Not a lot, but a decent amount. And I know this because I've done a lot of prototyping, and one of my earlier models I actually got, and a little more, I actually got it to go to the MUN. I just couldn't get it to go back, and I've added quite a bit of delta V since that model. So, I mean, all right, we're gonna have to go out here and boost it. It just does not want to play nice. There we go. All right, here it comes. One thing I did learn is I really don't want to use the SAS that much. I want to kind of try and control this by myself, because in one of my prototypes, I ran out of battery pretty early on. I mean, you can still control it with just the rockets, but man, is it difficult. It is just not a happy camper to do such a thing. And good enough. We're in a roughly spherical orbit, circular orbit, what have you. Doesn't really matter. So now, we're going to try and set up a MUN encounter. Wow, that was easy. Trying to get a relative. Man, if I could like just. That's making it worse. Split it up a bit. Doesn't seem bad at all. Probably trim it up though. Not much. All right, it's about 850. It's about 850 in the direction that my majigger currently tells me I'm going to need to do anyway, so I might as well just go for it. Burn's going to be in 5.5 minutes, roughly. So I'm just going to accelerate to that point, and... Okay, so... I'll actually wait until the burn to start my next topic of conversation, because I don't want to miss it, and go. And that's yes. All right, so the fun topic of conversation for today. Kerbin is an interesting planet in that it has the same gravitational pull on its surface as Earth, roughly. It's 9.81 exactly in the Kerbal code, and it's basically 9.81 at sea level on Earth. Now, it's got some really interesting implications, though, in Kerbal Space Program because of the differing kind of size of Kerbin. The radius of Kerbin is half that of the radius of Earth, give or take, a little bit. And what that does is it necessarily makes the mass of Kerbin 1/4 the mass of Earth in order to have the same kind of gravitational pull on its much closer to the core surface. And that might sound a little bit counterintuitive to you, but don't worry, because this is what kind of makes up for that. That also means that the density of Kerbin is a full twice the density of Earth. So we've got a whole bunch of just really heavy rocks on the inside of Kerbin hanging out, being bros. Which, to me, I'm thinking lead core, uranium just everywhere. What's going on with this crazy planet? Oh man, that's a really bad encounter. Let's see if I can trim that up a little bit. That's not... I don't want the purple one, I want the blue one. That seems much better, and it's only 12. Okay, yeah, we can work with that. We can work with that all night. Alright, so just gotta wait for the burn time. But yeah, we've got this planet that's incredibly dense underneath us. Somehow probably going to have this molten lead core in the center rather than a molten iron core, which also implies interesting things about its kind of stellar neighborhood in the Kerbin's galaxy here. That we've had tons of just supernovae that have happened around Kerbin that have allowed these really dense materials to just form in such great amounts that they've formed into a planet. I find this very interesting. It's something that could quite possibly happen in our universe, but is very different from our own environment. This might also explain some of the things like the planet Eve is... I haven't actually run the calculations on that one. Probably should. It might be interesting. But it's just, my goodness, I think it's 5 times the gravitational pull of Kerbin. I don't think it's that much bigger of a planet, honestly. So I'm thinking it might be an incredibly just super dense planet, which would make sense with, you know, lead and uranium on the inside of it. It's kind of an interesting little tidbit there. Do with it what you will. Alright, so I'm doing this burn to trim up my orbit. Done that. Call that good. It's pretty tight. Now I'm just going to accelerate in towards the MUN, see what I've got going. I highly doubt I'm going to actually get an equatorial orbit from just this quick burn, because, well, let me see. No, I'm not. There's no way I am. And that's okay. Here we go. Alright. Wow, that is a... Alright. That's actually not terrible. It's not equatorial, but it's not... You know, I didn't land in a polar orbit, so... Things could have gone worse, honestly. Let's get this down to about 40, which is my favorite landing height to land from. 40-ish, as I like to say. That's probably good enough. I mean, it's good enough considering that I'm not autopiloting this because I'm awesome. And that's where I'm going to want to be, so I'll just get right up on there. Now we time accelerate. Time accelerate to 1 hour and 45 minutes out. Speeding up. Come on. Hook. 5 minutes. And 1 minute. Perfect time to burn. Let's do this. So I've got to make pretty significant delta V off of this burn. But nothing ridiculous. Alright. Closing her in. Alright, 36,000. It's not bad. I'll take it. Tighten this up to about 40,000. Once again, good enough. Rotate this out. I'm doing okay with my power. Not doing terrible. Certainly not the most comfortable with it, but could be doing worse. Alright. Pardon me here, I'm resetting some sick shenanigans. Alright. So I want to get you guys this video today. Well, I mean, it'll probably end up going up tomorrow on Saturday, but if I don't film it tonight, you won't be getting it. So, we go, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Getting close. Actually, you know, the lovely staging view so we can watch this in pretty-o vision. It's a very short burn, so I'm not going to go, you know, too terrible. Oh, man, that was close. All right. Got it, though. Wow, I just pressed a lot of buttons there. What just happened? Nothing happened. That's what happened. Is everything okay? Yeah, everything's okay. Weird sounds. That's all that was. All right. Whatever. So now, we need to set a landing pattern. I want to land here-ish. So let's just find the retrograde, and I'm going to take a rather shallow landing trajectory. Let's just make it happen. Come on down. Just kind of fiddling with it here. One more. Come on. Go into the planet. Just touch the... There we go. Look at that. All right. This is going to allow me to take off and launch backwards and lose a lot of velocity relative to Kerbin, which will help me get back a lot easier. The reason that I'm taking this really shallow path is because a lot of... It's apparently a lot more efficient to do this. I don't know the actual science as to why. I'll probably get back to you on that. But it is more efficient. And efficiency is king in this land. This is a timer for me to know when to start burning. How did I place that, you may ask? Experience. I've done a lot of landings on the MUN in my time playing Kerbal Space Program, and just experience has taught me when I need to plan for certain things. Alright, so 7 minutes out. So, should probably, really quick, just drop a landing gear. It's always nice and safe, wouldn't you say? Alright. So I like this. I really like this. We're not going to land in that crater. We're going to land on something that looks like a relatively flat area overall. So, you know, kudos. Kudos for aiming. Or luck. It's really luck. That's not aiming. I'm not that good. So 10,000, 9,000. It's about here. I'm starting to want to cancel my velocity. So I set on the SAS, and I go about canceling my velocity. Burning retrograde. I know I'm still a little bit high off the surface. I know if you look around on YouTube, you can probably find people who will do the same strategy, but start their burn a lot closer to the surface, say 4,000 meters. I can't even tell you how much I would love to be that good, but the fact of the matter is that I'm just not that good. So this is just kind of what I have to do. Oh. So right now I'm going to try and kill everything of mine that is lateral. I kind of overkilled it. Bam, I'm all vertical now. Or if I'm not all vertical, I'm mostly vertical. Still got a lot of power, but I am going to deploy... Oh, parachute's already deployed. Beautiful. Staging accidentally. Luckily, when you're in space, parachutes don't deploy. Why? Because there's no atmosphere for them to deploy into. This means that if I run out of battery as I'm coming back to Kerbin, it won't matter because my parachute will deploy itself in the upper atmosphere. It is a crude method, but it is a valid method. I'm landing on a very even surface, all things considered. I mean, there's a little hill over there, but I think the place I'm landing specifically is nice. Just really good. Alright, so I'm going to start slowing down now. I'm going to start slowing down more now. Start slowing down more now. Okay, now I'm not as worried. Now I'm actually going to try and kill a little bit of this lateral as I'm coming down. I will need to speed up. As you can see, I mean, the MUN's gravity is much less than that of Kerbin. It's very easy for me to fight off this. Okay, there's my shadow. Now I kind of know where I am. And here we go for a slightly angled touchdown. There we are. Ladies and gentlemen, we have landed on the MUN. Now it is time for, oh, turn off the SAS, so we're not burning all of our remaining energy. We're going to EVA Mr. Jebediah. Jebediah's going to jump off RCS and just, oh goodness, oh. Silly Jeb. Alright, what's a good angle? That looks like a good angle. Well, is there a nice sunrise somewhere? Oh no, the sun is up in the sky. Oh, but that's not bad at all. No, it's not. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to plant our flag right. No flag. There we go. Plant our flag. I don't believe I said anything before, but this is actually the K.A.S.A 1 rocket. So therefore we're going to name the site the K.A.S.A 1 lunar landing. One small step for Kerbin. One giant leap for Kerbin-kind. Judge me all you want, I'm doing it. Right now, really quick, we're just going to take that research. 120 scientific value, that's huge. EVA report, 32 is not as big, but it's still pretty big. So we're still going to keep it. Now, we're going to set up for some lovely pictures, because I'm sure people on the internet will want lovely pictures. There's Jebediah looking at you, smiling, being happy. Feel free to take your pictures now. There's one with the sun. Nice and bright. Alright, and we're done. Turn the RCS back on. Oh, goodness. I'm going to hop back into the... oh, God. Oh, no, what did I do? Alright, no, it's fine. It's good. Nothing happened. I'm not a bad... Jebediah's just wild child, man. And grab. Alright. I'm getting bored. Okay, now we just need to get back to Kerbin. I have half of the gas tank, which should be enough. Let's do it. Oh, lordy. Alright. East-west. Should have plenty of upward. So I'm just going to do mostly lateral. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. As soon as he gets to escape, I'm just going to call it. I might even want to move it up here because I feel like escape from up here might be less. Probably will. Yeah, it's, oh, that's... How far off is that? It's not terrible. I mean, I've seen worse. What if I... Okay, so that's 250. What if I keep burning from here? Oh. Okay, first of all, it's easier. Second of all, my radius is... Yeah, okay, I'm just going to keep burning from here. That's just what's going to happen. Alright. That's my final jigger. I've got lots of fuel left. So we're just going to time accelerate away from the MUN. Say goodbye, everyone. We've had our wonderful lunar landing. But now it's time to go back to our home planet. Probably don't. Well, I mean, we're going to need a landing gear on Kerbin anyway, so might as well just leave it out. It's not like it's hurting us in space. Nothing out here to create drag. Okay, we got some time. I'm just going to go ahead and... Okay, now we're in this orbit. So what we're going to want to do is burn from the apoaps, because that will give us the easiest time to burn down into the atmosphere. Now, what I learned from some of my previous tests... Oh, gosh, that's terrifying. Is that I want to have a nice periaps below 30,000 feet, just like that. And what that will allow me to do is hit the atmosphere and let basically just let the atmosphere take care of most of my braking for me, the atmosphere and my parachute, because parachutes deploy at around 30,000 feet or so, I'm told. I haven't actually paid much attention before, but it's around 30,000, so... But for now, we have just many hours to go through, so I'm just going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2... Nice and close. We're going to get with the minutes here. I don't need to be exact. I just need to be close, so I've got much more than 200 meters per second of delta V in this rocket, and I know that. I want to be close enough that it will put me in the right spot. Okay, this will be fine. At this distance, there's no significant difference between actual apoaps and this position. We're moving so slowly. Alright. What do we have? That's a Kerbin intersect. It's not what we want. So we're going to go back to increasing our speed. Do it slowly. Okay, we're not going to do it right now because I want to get rid of this maneuver node so I can see what I'm doing. Now we're going to increase our speed slowly. And stop. Where's that? A little more, 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 and stop. That's where I want to be. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, everyone, again. The last video, basically, I clicked out of the screen somehow. Oh, I guess that is possible. I'm just going to have to be aware of that from now on. But it destroyed the video, so I lost it at a certain point. I'm going to edit it together. This is... I put myself in the same spot. It had quick saved in the initial orbit around Kerbin. So I just put myself into a very similar... It's not the exact same, but I put myself into a very similar orbit. So I should still hit the planet. Everything should still be fine. I still have a lot of fuel and electrical charge. And it's not that I took that other game to completion and landed and everything was fine. I could not get back into the game and had to just lose a lot, all of that work and redo it. Not that it was a ton of work, but I mean it was something. Regardless, though. So we're going to go ahead and speed up. Man, that's so tricky. Alright, 5 hours from now. Oh, man, I got to actually create the maneuver. That's a maneuver to let me know that I need to slow down. But until then, we can do... Oh, God. That was horrifying. Okay. Oh, that was close. Now... Okay, just come in and watch this. Got tons of power left. The parachute is deployed? Question mark? I can't actually tell if it's deployed or not. I honestly can't. Well, I mean, let's hope. Because otherwise this is just going to light on fire and be all kinds of bad. So, I don't have enough Delta V to save myself if that parachute is not active. We are dropping down to about 27,000 meters. Probably going to end up being lower than that because we'll be, here we are heading the atmosphere. Is the parachute, gosh, I wish I knew if it was open. Well, you know what, I can do this. I can have, what do you say? You say nothing. You say that you know nothing. You know nothing? That's okay. Well, I mean, it's terrifying, but let's hope. Let's hope everything's okay. The world is a happy place filled with bunnies and rainbows. I mean, honestly, why not, right? We could make this. Hopefully. Oh, I'm going to land in the ocean. Oh, but there's my shock heating. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Oh, I really hope we manage to land on the edge of this continent rather than... I'll help you. Just a little bit. Come on, parachute. Come on. Deploy. I beg of you. No! No parachute, why? Look, there's Kerbal Space Center, guys. Oh, as we fall to our deaths. Gosh. Yeah, we're not going to make it. Land in the middle of the ocean. I'm probably going to retry this section. Oh, there's the parachute. That totally works. 22,000 feet. That's where the parachute appears. I'm fine with that. Okay, so I'm going to land in the ocean, but honestly, it's strong enough. I think. The pod will still probably be okay. I mean, the last minute I can definitely use some boosters to help it hit really, really slowly. I've still got 11-ish units of fuel. That's not bad. I'm a little bit worried about the engine ripping off at the current speeds that we're going by the time I hit the altitude that I need. At which point, that's just me praying, really. Well, let's see what happens. Well, I don't know. I am going pretty slow. Turn off the SAS. Don't need that running anymore. It's middle of the ocean. Yeah. But pretty close to Kerbal Space Center, actually, honestly. I mean, that's not that far. That'd be like landing... Oh, I don't know. Gosh, what would this be? 150, 200 miles? It kind of... it's probably more than that, but it looks like not that bad. I mean, we're still pretty high in the air. But no, I mean, you can still... We'll still probably be able to see the land from here, so this isn't that far. This would be an easy, you know, we definitely have a boat out here. Everything would be good. Then we'd land and everyone would be happy and joyous, and it would just, man, like what more could we want? Zoom out, try and see this coming. Okay, come on, parachute, come on. There we go. 9.2 meters per second. Huh. Man. I'm okay with that. Didn't the original moon landing land in the ocean as well? I mean, if that's the case, we've done everything just right, except it wasn't Jebediah that landed on the moon. It was that one of the Apollos? I don't know. I don't know my NASA history. That's not my job. My job is to show you awesome Kerbal things. And we did. We made it to the MUN and back. Go. Go. Slow me down. Oh, perfect. Totally perfect. I mean, flip it upside down, but recovered intact. Intact! Oh my goodness. That's just too perfect. Okay, and we got 198 science. Oh my god. Oh, so many. Okay. Okay, it's time to see what new scientific things we can unlock. Alright, so this will give us a battery. Oh, jeez. New comms and... I mean, I can get science out of that, so I might as well. Right? It's only... How much is it? Ooh, it's 45. That's kind of expensive. What's this? This is probe. That's interesting. But I still don't have anything that can generate electrical power, so it's not much of a point in that. Radial decouplers. Oh my god, do I need this. What's next? More radial decouplers. Struts. Oh, the things I can build. What's this? I don't need those. Not yet. Really not that interested in flying. What's this? Fuel. RCS would be nice, but I don't need it. Whereas a new rocket might be nice. New rocket, some new solid fuel. No, additional research would also be nice. Well, I mean, now I can just kind of do the goo, right? Additional rockets. What's this? Oh, one of my favorite fuel tanks right there. It's just such a good fuel tank. Do I have it? Do I have enough? I do. I'm grabbing it. What's this? Okay, not that worried about that liquid engine. Not worried about any of this. Don't want that. I think I'm going to go for science. Oh, look at this. What's this? Oh my god, the solar panel. What's this? Big battery pack. Lights. Or these. Ladders and thermometers. Not too concerned. Wheels. Once again, not too concerned, but solar panel. Invaluable. I don't have enough. No! We're going to have to get to Minimus. Oh, goodness. Well, I mean, that's okay. That's it for this episode of K.A.S.A. Please join me next time here on my channel. Please like, favorite, subscribe, do all the social networks. And hopefully next time I'll stay on the screen and I won't have to have a hodgepodge of put together videos. Indeed.